Hello, it's Miss Emma. Within Snap and Crack, within your Cracking Comprehension section of the Phase 2 routine or the Phase 3 routine, I'd like you to include close your eyes and visualize. It's just part of the whole comprehension activity. If you could just close your eyes and visualize, I'm going to read you some text. The little tabby cat sat on the hard, bumpy ledge and peered down. She shivered. Okay, then you open your eyes, and I'm going to say it again. The little tabby cat sat on the hard, bumpy ledge and peered down. She shivered. Now, to start off with, when we haven't got the text in front of us, we're wanting the children to visualize the scene, to use the words to draw a picture in their mind about what they can see. You might then ask them quickly to just sketch or make notes. It'll be interesting for you to see how they interpret the text. Some of it will be determined by their vocab knowledge, whether they know what a tabby cat looks like, for example. So when they've had a couple of minutes at that, then you can show the text on the whiteboard. Now, so that you're always working on their spelling, and also in case they can't read all of this code independently, what you're going to do is ask them to track it with their eyes. You're going to point to each word, you're going to follow the sounds, they say the word. So you'll go the, they say the. You go all, it, all, they say little. So you do it now. I'll leave a little space for you to say the word, but you're tracking it with your eyes at the same time. As I say, this really helps not only your decoding, but your encoding, your spelling. The, all, it, all, t, at, but, e, k, at, s, at, otten, the, h, odd, b, e, all, edge, and, p, ed, de, outen, sh, e, sh, iv, d. And then after you've done that, you'll read it all together. Are we ready? The little tabby cat sat on the hard, bumpy ledge and peered down. She shivered. Then you're going to ask the children some questions about the text. What we always do in Snap and Crack and Cracking Comprehension is number the lines, because we're always wanting the children to think, where did I gather that information? How do I know the answer? Where in the text did I see that answer? How did I figure this out? For example, when you visualized the cat, when you thought about what the cat looked like, tell me, what did she look like? See what they say. See if they know what tabby means. Just visualize. Did they visualize the cat on the ledge, etc.? Just see what language they use. How do you know it's a female cat? Now they need to tell you, well, I know because of line 4, because the sentence is, she shivered. That means it's a female. And you need to make sure they use whole sentences. So if they say line 4, she shivered, that's great, that's a speaking answer, but how do we write that down? What's a writing answer? Where do you think she was sitting? Well, I found this out, I discovered this in lines 2 and 3, because it says she was sitting on the hard, bumpy ledge. Can they give another word for peered? Looked, glanced, what have you? Might get the dictionary out. Is she on a high ledge or a low one? And the children, can they see it's line 4 because she peered down? And you expand on that. Well, why? How do you know it's high? It's not just sort of, up above but low. Well, would the author have used the word peered if it was only a little way off the ground? What does peered mean? Look it up in the dictionary. Why do you think she shivered? She peered down. If she was high up, perhaps she was scared. Perhaps she was cold. So perhaps we don't know this from the text. Perhaps we need to work it out. Perhaps we need to use our imaginations. So you think about inferential, etc. Literal. Which were the new sound picks for you? So this is personal to the child. Which are the new sound picks? They might not have seen a DGE for a J before. Ask the children. But lots of questions you can get out of this, and there's only 4 lines. That's actually why we call it snap and crack. Now, usually you snap a photo of just one page of their decodable reader or what have you, or if they pass the decodable reader of a chapter book. So they're snapping the photo of it and they're cracking the comprehension. But you can also write a paragraph, specific for this activity. But try and put your visualization in it. Close your eyes and visualize. A lot of the children really struggle with that. What you might also do is they close their eyes and visualize, and you read that to them. Then ask those questions, or ask a lot of questions without them seeing the text. Now, what a lot of children do is they develop the ability to answer questions orally, but they don't transfer that to when they're actually reading the text. So that's why everything in SSP just brings all of it together. So we're making sure the children can comprehend text, and they're not having to wait to be able to independently read all of that text. I've just added to the conductor course some useful things in the module that deals with cracking comprehension. And I've linked this over with your phase 3. So phase 2 is learning to read, phase 3 is reading to learn. So you might be using sentences that are more like, the waves crashed and danced along the shore, moving up and down in a graceful and gentle rhythm like they were dancing. Your language is richer, your vocab and what have you, because the code that the children can read now is a much higher level code. So they're in the stage of reading to learn. So you want to be able to show them this text and they can actually read it with fluency, because you're developing also the comprehension. Another one. The old man was stooped and bent, his back making the shape of a C, and his head bent so far forward that his beard would nearly have touched his knobby knees had he been just a bit taller. So we're really getting them to visualize that and then answer questions about it. So just do it at a much higher level. But it actually means that you're going to get that critical thinking, higher order thinking, at a much earlier age than when you're waiting for them to be able to read. We just bring it all in a lot earlier. Anyway, I hope that's helpful. I'll put this stuff into the cracking comprehension part of the dream team in your phase 2 routine. Thank you.